All right, so let's go ahead and check out the box on this one. This one is a bit of an older figure. It was released back in 2011. So we have that shoebox style for this type of box. So here on the front, we do have an image of the mask right here with some almost looks like sunglass types of layering on there. So there is texture on this. It is almost like a foil on there, but it's not see-through, so you can't see through the box or see the figure inside it. It is just a very dark foil that kind of goes over it. And then here is also raised a little bit. So the mask is raised. And then this is all over here is pretty flat. There's no texture or anything like that to it until you get to about right here. These are a little bit raised so you can kind of feel over it. And then you'll have that design right here that has a little bit of a raise to it. Here at the bottom, we have the Spider-Man 3 name along with the figure name, the New Goblin. Then on the side, we have the Marvel logo right here. And then we have the New Goblin text along with an image of the figure itself. And then the MMS 151. On the other side, we do have a different image on there. So we do have a different image of the figure right here. And then we have the name on it right there as well. So this one is not raised. It is just a smooth texture to it, so you don't feel anything. The name isn't raised or anything like that on it. And then here on the back we have the image of the figure itself, and then we have all the legal stuff like we do with all the other ones. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. All right, so when you open it up, you have the insert with the New Goblin right there and some more information down there at the bottom, along with a picture of the figure on the front of it. All right, so this is brand new. I've never opened this. I've never looked at it. I actually just received it recently. So it's still gonna have all the plastic and stuff like that on it. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up, and I'll go ahead and lay everything out, and then we'll take a look at the image. So give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and laid everything out. The first thing that we're gonna take a look at is the Harry Osborne figure. This Harry Osborne is played by James Franco. If you look at the head sculpt, I want to mention again that this was back in 2011. So for being released 2011, I do feel like they got the head sculpts pretty good. Obviously, it can be better, but from a figure that old, I feel like it's pretty good for being as old as it is. So you can kind of take a look at the head sculpt here. The paint applications are pretty nice on it. You have the sculpted hair with the paint apps on that is pretty nice as well. And then it does come with 2 different head sculpts. So you get the James Franco head sculpt like this. And then we also get another head sculpt with a mask. So this mask is not detachable. This is one piece. It is part of the head sculpt altogether. So if you want to have him with the mask on, you can have him with the mask. Or if you want just to have the head sculpt with James Franco, you can do it that way as well. So on the figure, I'm going to do my best to kind of explain to you guys the different textures of the clothing. So here on his pants, it has almost like a suit-like material. So if you have like a John Wick or something like that has like that wears suits, that's the type of material that this is. We also have a zipper here down at the bottom, zipper so you can zip it up and down if you want to. This is functional, so you can zip it down. I like it up like this, so I'm just going to keep it like that for now. But if you do feel like you want to zip it down, you do have the option to. His vest right here, this is more of an elastic material. So you can actually, so when you pose it, I feel like you can get pretty good dynamic poses out of it. And I don't feel like it's going to ruin the vest on it just because of how elastic it is. So you'll be able to get really nice poses. And then here on the back, this is almost like a backpack strap. So it's got that really thick material to it, very sturdy. I feel like it's pretty well made. So if you know what a backpack strap feels like, that's kind of the material that it feels like with that. You also have these are plastic. And then you got one here on the side as well. And then you have a leather belt that goes around here. And then you have a holster right down here at the bottom on his leg, and then you have another holster Then you have another holster right here at the top for one of the swords that can go on his back. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the boots. The boots on it are almost like snowboarding boots. If you guys snowboard, you guys can see they're pretty damn close to snowboarding boots. There's really not that much difference to them. They strap on right here just like a snowboarding boot does. You have the straps right here to kind of lock down the snowboard on it. So it's pretty similar design with it that they went with on Spider-Man 3. There at the bottom, you also have a couple holes. This is where you put the pegs in to hold on the board. So we'll go through that after a little bit. Articulation wise, is pretty good actually on this one. Like I said, you have that elastic material on the vest, so you can get pretty good poses on it. And you have really good movement in the arms, as well as the elbows. Head-wise, you can move the head pretty good. You have really good movement inside the chest and the stomach area, as well as the knees and ankles as well. Ankles don't go up and down, but you do go side to side, just because like if you have ever wore a snowboarding boot, it does restrict your ankle. So I think that's kind of what they were going with. So you have that locked into place. But overall, the figure itself is really nice. I'm actually really excited to pose this one just because I feel like I can get a lot of cool poses out of it. So I'm going to spend a little bit of extra time at the end going through the poses and just seeing what we can get out of it. You also get two sets of hands. So the first hands that comes with them, you have a closed fist hand on there. And let's go ahead and take a look at the gloves too. You have these green colors that go right over the knuckles. And then you have this, hopefully you guys can see it, but there's pretty good stitching and stuff throughout the hand. This is another one that is another closed fist. But you do get another set that comes with it, so you can hold the bombs or the swords and stuff that come with it. So this one, I'm sure you can put like hold the bomb inside it. It'll go like that in case you want to have it posed like that. And then you can see here inside, you almost have like a padding, like sculpted right in there, so the padding looks really nice on there. And then you have another hand. This one's mainly just for the to hold the blades. Another thing that I want to mention too, it does come with these three pieces right here. So you have a large, a medium, and a small piece. So these could actually go attached right to the gauntlets. So if you see right here on this, these actually slide right up. And you can take these plastic pieces off right here and go ahead and replace it with the blades, like so. You'll have the small, the medium, the large that'll go on there. I think I'm gonna actually add those on there. I kind of like the little bit of extra character and stuff that it gives with the blade, so I'll probably add those on there when I do the poses. So since I already mentioned the bombs, we'll go ahead and take a look at the pumpkin bombs. So you do get two different ones that it comes with. You have one that is completely closed up. You can set it in the hand. He can act like he's going to be throwing it if you'd like to have it that way. Pretty nice texture throughout it. You got a gold colored paint app to it with some green inside the middle there, and then some white here at each end. The second pumpkin bomb you have is one that is open with some blades that are coming out of it. So if you want to have this one as well, this is the same thing. It's a pumpkin bomb. It's just opened up with the blades out. All right, so you also get three different blades with it. You have a long blade that comes with it. The paint applications, you have almost like a metallic green with a black accent to it. This one you can have him holding in the hand if you want to, while he's posed. And then you also get two short blades with it. You have one short blade right here. Same thing with the application, the paint applications. You have the green and the black. And then this one can fit, I believe this one goes to the side holster. Yeah, you can fit right there in the side holster. And then you also get one that's a little bit longer. Same paint applications. You get the black and the green. But this one will fit right here in the, put it right there on the back. And then you can have him posted in there really nicely. And for the last accessory that it comes with, you do get the hoverboard with it. The detail in the hoverboard is really, really nice. I'm gonna let you guys take a look at it first. We'll look at the top. Let's go ahead and flip that around and take a look at the back. All right, so this is raised right here. You have a really nice raised texture right there. Some very nice detail up in here. All of this stuff is raised and sculpted right inside there. Then you have a plastic piece right here that goes over the green fans that are right inside there. And then you have some of your mechanical information right there. Let me see if I can get the light out of the way. That is a sticker. You can't change that or anything like that. There is like a sticker right there. And then you have this nice rubber look to it here in the middle. Here on the back, you can see the fans for the hoverboard. This thing right here does turn around, so you can do either way that you would like. And then you also have some color in there as well, some almost red, like it was like on fire. It's heating up. So this thing does light up. I don't have the batteries in it at the moment, but once I get him posed up, we'll go ahead and do a pose with the batteries in it. I don't typically leave the batteries in there just because of the corrosion. I don't want it to ruin the figure just because we do spend a lot of money on these. But I do want to see what the light up feature looks like. So once we get him all posed up, I'll go ahead and put some batteries in here so we can see what it looks like. If you are wondering how to turn those on, there is a screw right in here. So you can go ahead and remove that screw. This part right here will come up and then you'll have the battery compartment right in there. And then here on the side, you have a little switch. See if I can get you to see that on camera. There is a switch right in here that you can flip back and forth. That'll turn the light off and on. And the last thing that we're going to look at is the stand for it. So here on the stand, you do get a pretty big base to kind of fit the figure as well as the hoverboard. You do have a concrete look to it. And then right here on the front, we get the new Goblin with the Spiderman 3 text right there at the bottom. You also get your clip to hold in your figure if you want to have a dynamic pose to it. And then we get a clear plastic piece to kind of hide that you actually have him on a stand and give it almost like a floating look to it, just to kind of trick the eye if you want to use that one. And then we also get this one with it. At first, I wasn't too sure on what it was, but what I think it is, I haven't played around with it yet, but I'll go ahead and, like I said, when I do the poses. So I think this is just to hold the board up. So if you want to have it separated, you can probably, yeah, you can just hold the board up and kind of display the board separately. Maybe that way. It'll hold the board up right there. That way, if you want to display the figures without the board, you can have them on the side here and just have your hoverboard displayed as well. I really like the look with the hoverboard, so I'll probably have them displayed in my cases with him on the hoverboard. One last thing before I go, the way that you do attach this guy is that you do get these pegs with it. So the pegs, like I mentioned, go in the bottom. So you have the bottom right here that you can put the pegs into, and then they will just get inserted right in there, and then that will hold the board up for the figure. So I'm actually really excited to go ahead and get this guy in some poses. Like I said, I'm really curious to see what it looks like. I want to see what the lighting feature on the hoverboard looks like as well. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and get him in some poses, and we'll see what he looks like.